How long will your new roof last in Colorado? Let's talk about it. So when we're working with Colorado homeowners, this is one of the first questions that they ask when they're getting a new roof. And the honest and accurate answer is it's just a little bit more nuanced than most people expect. Properly installed architectural shingle roof like this one here in Colorado, it should last, keyword should, last 25 to 30 years, and that's under normal conditions. Now, the premature failure, or the roof lasting not as long as it's supposed to, almost always traces back to installation quality, not necessarily shingle quality. Here's the problem. The shingle warranty on the sales literature and the packaging, it says one thing, and the real world lifespan, it just says something different from our experience. The best shingle, the highest grade, fanciest, expensive shingle, installed incorrectly, it will fail early. But a standard, basic, more economical shingle, installed correctly, it will perform for decades. Let me give you a real world example. I did a roofing project in Boulder, Colorado, and it was a really, really nice home. And it's a high quality shingle that was installed, right? But whoever had installed it had done, frankly, a terrible job. Improperly flashed, poorly ventilated, their shingle course installation was off, it was wavy, so they had wind uplift issues. They had a number of installation errors. Now, this homeowner, they had a high-end home and they clearly had a good budget for getting the best shingles. And it was clear to me that they had selected a roofing contractor who wasn't that good, but they thought, hey, we're getting really high quality roof. They're willing to pay for that high quality roof. Well, that roof lasted about 9 years, okay? And it should have lasted at least 30. It was a very expensive product. However, because of the bad installation, they had to replace their roof in only 10 years when it should have lasted 3 to 5 times that long. Now, there's another neighborhood in Boulder that I was also doing some projects in, and I was really surprised because there was basically a builder grade economical shingle that was installed on about 3 houses, and all 3 neighbors were talking to me about, should I replace their roofs? We actually ended up doing 2 of those roofs for a couple of the neighbors. And what was amazing is their roofs were 31 years old. Now in Boulder, Colorado, for an economy shingle, that was a really, really good lifespan for that product. It was so good that the homeowners actually took it for granted, right? They thought, well, don't they all last that long? But here's what we know. On average, an asphalt shingle roof in Colorado lasts around 11 years. That's because of hail damage, wind damage, poor installation, and improper ventilation. So let's talk about ventilation. Ventilation is the most underestimated factor in a roof replacement. Improper attic ventilation allows heat and moisture to build up in the attic, right? And that degrades the roof sheathing and it superheats the underside of the shingle on those really hot days, which accelerates the shingle deterioration from underneath, right? It's getting baked from the sun and it's also getting baked from the attic, which is why you'll see manufacturers, including GAF, that's the product that we use, they require proper attic ventilation as a condition of the product warranty. They're not recommending it. They're saying, if you want a warranty on your shingles, you better install everything correctly and specifically proper ventilation. So an improperly ventilated roof, it can void the warranty regardless of the shingle quality. Now we have a couple specific factors in Colorado, right? The first is our UV intensity. We are close to the sun in Colorado. So UV intensity at altitude, freeze-thaw cycling, we have hot days, cold winters, and then of course the big one, which is hail exposure. All of those things will accelerate the wear and tear on a roof that wasn't necessarily installed to handle them. Let's go back to comparing roofing warranties and actual real life service life of a roof in Colorado, because this can get confusing. The manufacturer warranty information says lifetime warranty or 30-year warranty or 50-year warranty. And a lot of homeowners might think, hey, should I get a roof that lasts 30 years or 50 years? That's really not what a warranty means. Here's what we know. All different shingle manufacturers have different warranty specifications. The one we use, GAF, has a lifetime warranty, and when we install it, it has a 50-year non-prorated warranty. That sounds pretty good, and it is a great warranty. In fact, it's the best in the market. However, that does not mean that your roof is necessarily gonna last 50 years or the rest of your life, okay? In general, in Colorado, for generic or basic standard shingles, we're seeing about an 11-year service life on average. So that's a huge difference between the promises manufacturers are supposedly making, or how we understand them and interpret them, and the actual real world service life of a roof on your house. Here's what we can interpret from the 11-year service life on average for a Colorado roof. That tends to be driven primarily by hail damage, okay? So a lot of people are experiencing hailstorms and they have to replace their roof on average about every, let's say 8 to 11 years, right? But we also see other factors. A lot of roofs have to be replaced before they should have to because they're improperly installed and they have improper ventilation. Also, an absence of proper leak protection, right? You might have shingles that are still in pretty good condition, but you're having some leaks because we have improper flashing or improper leak protection at eaves, valleys, around penetrations, chimneys, etc. And I've seen this a number of times where the shingles themselves were actually still in pretty good condition, but we had so many other problems with the roof that it was worth replacing the entire thing. So that's a situation where the shingles did last, but the installation let it down. Again, just to recap, the major factors driving roof replacement in Colorado are hail, wind, and improper installation, right? And again, the big factor with improper installation is gonna be absence of proper ventilation in accordance with the manufacturer's specifications. So that's pretty dorky, but it's a good thing to know about if you're replacing your roof. I realize that all of this is a lot of information. It's a lot to unpack. Here's a reasonable takeaway. If your roof is approaching 15 to 20 years old, it's worth just doing a free inspection from a quality roofing contractor like us. Again, that's not just to sell you a roof replacement, but to do an inspection, get the right information, and then tell you honestly where you stand. Hey, should you be budgeting for a roof replacement? Can you repair it now and get a lot more years of service life out of your roof? Do you have an insurance claim that would actually cover your roof replacement if you took action now? These are the type of things that we tell our customers every day when we're doing inspections. Now, if you're considering repair versus roof replacement, we actually have a separate video that you should check out where we walk through what to look for and what your options are when you're considering, hey, is it time to replace my roof or can it be repaired? The link to that video is in the description below. I'm Patrick with WestPro Home Exteriors in Longmont, Colorado. Subscribe today if you want more helpful videos about roofing, siding, windows, and even gutters.